Alright, welcome back to another league race. This time we're at TMC Division 1. This time we are in Russia, and sadly it's a dry qualifying, dry race. I was hoping for rain because this track, I mean, if you really know traction and if you have a pad, I think you stand a good chance here. Or at least one of the two. Just, it's not a track I enjoy. I don't think it's a track many people enjoy, regardless of your device. It's just, I don't know, it's... Look, okay, let me put it this way. If the track limits weren't such a flippin' inconsistent as shit, and if they were actually good, then perhaps this would be a bit more enjoyable of an experience. But like it just isn't, you know. There's so many things wrong with this race in general. There's my banker, 30.8, which is, oh yeah, good start, good banker. And it turned out the fastest lap I would set, because I validate every single of the ones. Whether my second run, it was turn 2, and the third run, it was turn 4, both laps. So that's it then. That's it. We finish in P11 here for qualifying. But to be honest, if I'd done my personal best, which is a 30.3, that was only good enough for 9th. Do you know what I mean? Like, or a 10th rather. You know. So that's kind of the disheartening thing about it, is like, even if I had pulled out a worldly, you know, it wouldn't have mattered. So now, common sense, most tracks you would think, okay, you start outside the top 10. You know, put on the harder tyre, and you know, you can have the faster tyre for the second stint. You know, happy days. Works at so many tracks. This track is a stupid exception, and we'll get into that later. I knew about this as well, and for some reason I still went with this strategy, which is, I don't understand. I knew about it. Like, I've done columns for races. I've seen other races. Like, I don't know why I went with this in the end. Maybe I was just hopeful. I don't know. 8 ballast running here as well. 9 ballast was good in qualifying, but it doesn't work in the race. I think I'm running 2.8 wings. So, anyways, start from 11 to see what we can do around the shit track. Anyways, 5 red lights. And away we go. Dobby does not move at all off the line, so I lose out a bit then towards my teammate Sway here. Otherwise I would have had a good run at Bolt. I felt like I had a good start. But anyways, heading down towards turn 2 then. Of course, turn 1 we just went through. A nice little pocket here between Bolt and then the scuba up ahead, so a little commotion up ahead, we can nip through. Thinking, yeah, great, we're in a good position here. Scuba's right there for 9th. My teammate's behind me in 10th. And then Sway says Perpetune's behind you. And then there's a touch, and somehow managed to avoid the back of Scuba. Like, somehow. I didn't, like, honestly, it might have looked like contact, but trust me, the way that I had to correct the wheel and I felt the contact on the wheel at the time, like I did. So it was a very, very close call. I somehow managed to avoid it, correct it, and then not plough into the back of Scuba. It was a very scary moment, but it did cost me a lot of track position. Oh, I'm last actually, so it cost me every track position, and that's disappointing because I had a good start. I see Dobby's lagging in front, and that was, oh, this was tough to negotiate. This is not what I needed. Like, it was not making me happy at this stage of the race. It's so yeah, so that's the thing. Like, but I need him to keep going. A couple of times I need Dobby to flip and just get on with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just a couple of times this year I've needed him I've been behind us. Like, just please keep going. You know, keep going faster. Him and Youth actually have a little moment though. I'm able to nip through here into P14. So, but I was like, well, I don't know what it's going to do anything, because if these guys look, if the faster driver's behind me, I just want them to go. You know what I mean? Like, if they're going to get behind me, just go and get cracking on the guys in front, so at least I can maybe go along with you or something. But anyways, into 14th, Dobby then, no DRS yet, but I mean, I was very nervous here because he was lagging back and forth. I had no idea where to approximate where he actually was on track, see what I mean? Like, so I'm just going to stick to the left hand side. Look, he was way behind me, but I think he goes up for the dive then, so I left him the space. I just wanted no part of that. I wanted to get out of that, so we're back down to P15, and this is costing me time here. We're stuck behind Weiberg now. This is lap 5. You can see that the gap has been to form a bit, and this is the last place I need to be at this stage of the race, really, stuck in traffic. But I finally have an opportunity to pass Weiberg down the inside into turn 2. Learn the wheel's going to retire in front. Because the ghosting system on this game is great, Sway warned me that it wouldn't ghost, so last second I had to swerve to avoid that, but in the process, that put Weiberg back towards, like, oh, for fuck's sake, all the work I'm trying to do here. So I go for the dive. Like, I was like, I'm going for this dive. Getting a legal overtake, so oh great. So have to get back off, let him back through. So some more time I'm losing. This is all very frustrating to me. Everything that's happened, I'm losing so much time, and this is screwing me over so much. Anyways, and I'm going for this inside again. He's left the door open. I'm coming down, so I get by him then and move into 13th place. I'm not proud of that, but I felt for the context of the race and every shit that happened to me this race, I had to keep going. I feel like I had to do it in that case. It's a calculated risk I wanted to take. So, but you can see the gap already. Like you look at that gap behind Dobby. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just and Sway's just in front of him. Like I should be up there. I really should be in front of that even. So it's really frustrating. 3.7 seconds behind, so I'm already losing time. So anyways, lap 13 then people have come into the pits. Darren Sinclair's about to pass me, then he's already made a stop. Here's the thing, right? The stupid strategy. For some reason, you go one way or the other, between the tracks, whether you do this ultra soft and then use a super soft or second stint or vice versa, whatever the case may be, it generally adds up at the end. You make the time back. Whereas this strategy, you don't make the time back. If you start on the ultras, you don't make this time back on the hyper at the end. You just don't. And it really pisses me off that this is the only track it seems to happen at. It's absolutely infuriating. So, anyways, these guys, McAllister, Mass, Darren Sinclair, they've all come through. And it's lap 16. We're going to go to lap 17. The technique game just pops through there. So, anyways, right. Sway, my teammate, comes in lap 4. I'm already 3 or so seconds behind him. Sorry, 3.7 or so. So, maybe I should have gone 1.8 wings for this stint, but I left at 2.8. So anyways, hypersofts go on. I used to have hypersofts from qualifying, but they're not too battered, only a lap or two. And you're going to see how much time I lost. First of all, in one lap, but second of all, to everyone else. I mean, look at this. I could come out the pits. Sway is long gone. Look at that gap there. Look at those cars heading up towards turn 3 and 4. Look how far that is. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. How am I supposed to make up any inkling of time? It's just utter. This strategy makes no sense. It's utter nonsense. And if you're watching this, do not do, regardless if you saw this at the top 10, do not do hypers ultras to hypers. It just doesn't work. It's absolute horseshite. And the really frustrating thing was, flame me. I'm complaining. Yeah, I'm complaining because the strategy's bullshit. I'm complaining, yeah, I lost time to bullshit. Yeah, I'm complaining because I'm not happy with this race. I'm not happy with how it went. I'm not happy that I had poor Kevin here is going to be retired from the race. He was trying OTC and it didn't work for him. So, unfortunate for him, but kudos for trying it. But this is the thing, it's such bullshit. It's just, especially at a race where, it's so easy to get penalties here. And the priority you're hitting this one was don't get penalties, don't get penalties, don't get penalties. You're in a good spot. If you don't get penalties, you'll score some points. It didn't even matter. Okay, I say it didn't matter. I'm going to jump Sway here on pens because he had 9 seconds, I had none. So, yeah, congratulations, I get 2 points. But that's so frustrating. It just does my absolute tits in. And I'm ranting, I'm complaining. I get it. Racing driver excuses, whatever. You can say whatever you want, but it's just the strategy is absolute bullshit. It really is just utter nonsense, and I'm glad to see the back of that race because now the real season begins for me. Yeah, the real season, after 16 races. So yeah, the real season. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, great stuff indeed. So, but the good races start coming up: Japan, USA. Hopefully the better race there in DNS though. Flipping Mexico, I enjoy. Brazil is a decent track. Not exactly great for the. Not exactly great for the wheel, but I mean Abu Dhabi is there's some good races coming out. There's tracks I enjoy. So. Look at that. I'm the only one that I've been scooping not to get a pen, but it didn't mean jack shit today. So really frustrating. I'm just not happy about that. Just these last 2 league races between USA DNS and then this one is just utterly. This one in particular is. I can at least be disappointed with myself in USA at DNS, but I mean this is just. I felt like I drove okay given the circumstances. I know I really did. So, anyways, that's going to do it. Sorry for the rantiness of this video, but flipping. It's well onto the winners and the podium, by the way. Matt in third and Darren first. He's doing great pit. Perpetuum came from the back and finished second. So good races to be had by people there. Yeah, just pissed off by that one. Fuck off. Anyways, next time. Fuck's sake.
What should I lose behind him, Joe? Because remember you said to me I was losing shitload. I lost 3.